everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Porcelain Figgy, and today we're going to be unboxing something I picked up in my latest trip to HK Market. So every time that I find myself in K-Town, I make sure I visit HK Market to just pick up some goodies. But if you go upstairs, don't be scared, you will go ahead and find a bunch of trinkets, mystery boxes, faux mystery boxes like bootleggy, and also a bunch of other cute stationery. So I love the shop. They always have such great variety. Some items I believe may be authentic, while a lot of them are not. So just be a cautious shopper. And they're just really cute figures and cute toys that you can find. I did pick up one item from here, and that's the one we're gonna be unboxing today. I kind of want to go back for those lafufus. All right, guys, I'm taking over now, and yes, I am recording this. I'm gonna be speaking as I am unboxing it. I used to do that, but I kind of stopped because I know my recordings would be a little longer, but I really just want to kind of capture my excitement for this item. So you saw the little clip. Yes, I got this from Koreatown, from the store upstairs in HK Market. And look how gorgeous it is. How could you say no to this monchhichi packaging? Look at that. It says safe materials, play safely, lovely doll. The kids coming back for meticulous design to improve children's appreciation ability of aesthetic. So I don't know what that means. And then over here has another one that says hand-eye coordination improve children's handling ability, combining learning with praying. Okay, and then it has an AI generated image. That is awful. No AI, please. In the back, it does have some original monchhichi art, which is super duper cute. And it has like some warnings. On the side, it does also have some original monchhichi art as well. And it says monchhichi. This is the popular gift for children. Oh my goodness. And it says happy day with a fall time aesthetic. And I think this was stolen from somewhere because I think you can see the lines of like theft, but I'm not sure. And this is actually discounted because the original price was $18, but now it's $15. So we'll go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. I did kind of get a sneak peek in the store of what the item will look like. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the top as well. This monchhichi looks a little bit more off than the rest. It looks a little off. I do like the background that they use, but it does seem like this style of monchhichi, the little bootleg monchhichi boy. So there is no tape sealing neither the top nor the bottom of the box. So it's going to be pretty easy to just kind of get in there. Oh my gosh, so it does come inside a blind bag. Oh god, and it has that awful AI art. Ugh. No, thank you. So it has that weird AI monchhichi art. Oy, oy, oy. But it does have the cute little ones here, and then it has like the super Afro monchhichi there. Then it does have the beautiful cover image of that jumbo monchhichi. These are pretty cute. I do like this side of the bag. This is so unholy. I don't want to see that again. And just like that, we're gonna go ahead and open it, and we are improving our children's handling ability, combining learning with playing. Okay, so you're getting so much. This is indeed a popular gift for children, so we're going to do great. And again, the hand-eye coordination statement, because we're just improving our hand-eye coordination by opening the box and also peeling it. And it is for the ages 3+. Oh my gosh, let's see what it is. Oh, which one we got, because we kind of have an idea. I feel so bad cutting through the name because it looks so cute. So I kind of had an idea of what I was going to get because there was a little sample. There are variations of colors, and it looks, oh my gosh, that we got something that is a monchhichi color. I was hoping to get one of those like different color ones because I have so many like regular monchhichi colors. Ooh, he makes a sound. Oh, he has little bells. I didn't hear that when I had it in the box. Oh, it's really cute. It's like a bootleg Bebe Chichi. He's really chunky.
He's a thick boy. He is very, very thick. He is very thick. Oh my gosh, he's so slippery. He's so soft. This is like the softest fur. Sorry, he got a little dirty. He's super soft. He's so soft, the fact that I couldn't hold on to him, he just like slipped from my hand. He does have a space for you to put the little charm, and he has a little tail. Unfortunately, the tail has not been fully stitched, so it's like opened. And we see that now and then in some of like the vintage monchhichi, so they just kind of fold it and just leave it there. He does have some head articulation. The face paint is not too bad, and the quality of the face is pretty hard. It's not very soft. It's not very poorly done. I actually like it. The hands end up right here. You can feel the glue at the edges. Here's his other hand, but he doesn't have a bottle or a way to like, can he suck his thumb? Can he do that? Can he do that? Let me see. No. Let's try with this other hand, with a flat hand. Maybe that one. Monchichis no longer suck their thumb. Now they bring a bottle. I know there was a change because they wanted to discourage that behavior for kiddos. So they went ahead and changed it to putting like a passy or a bottle in their hand. And ooh, this guy still sucks his thumb like the vintage ones. He has only 4 freckles in his cheeks, on both sides of his cheeks. He only has 4 freckles in them and 3 in the middle. He's super duper soft, and I honestly like how fluffy he is. So now let's go ahead and look at the little accessory this little guy brings. And he brings this super duper cute little baby bib. It says monchichi in it, and it is actually sewn to the back. It's not glued, and sewn all the way to the end. It is quite long. It is a very thin plasticky fabric, as you can see in the back, but the text is really nicely printed, and that it's actually printed in a really nice side of the fabric rather than in the really plasticky looking one. The ribbon is pretty smooth, and I do like the little polka dots. Okay, so I just put the bib on him, and he looks super duper cute. But guys, I was shaking the bag because I knew there was something else in there. Because I remember I heard like a little rattle situation. So I was like, oh, maybe it's like in the string of the like charm, there's like a little bell. Because they usually do, the bootleg ones add a little bell and whistle. But look, there is a little bib. This one you can tell. This bib, you can tell, you can see it. Oh my gosh, let me give you guys a background. Is my hand good enough? Yes, okay. It is actually 3D printed. They have provided a 3D printed passy. So you can see how rough the 3D printing is on it. Hey, but they provided us a little passy. He cannot, I know for a fact, like he can definitely hold it, but he cannot put it in his mouth because the other side of the passy is really, really big. So they did a lot of work for a $15 bootleg. I am not gonna lie, they gave us a little passy for him to hold, and he comes with a really nice bib. So chunky. I really do like the fabric. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the fabric. It's so soft and puffy. Kind of feels like the fabric for those like limited edition monchichis when they're a little bit longer hair. So it's not a bad quality. For 15 bucks, I'm actually really happy. I might go back for another one. The only downside, I think, for this toy is the use of the AI art that I don't like. I really, really despise it. But I really like how these came out. They're so soft. Obviously, they don't have an authenticity tag because they're not authentic. But they do bring a round keychain. Let me go ahead and add that. He has a little ribbon on the top of his head for you to just slip it through. And honestly, if I didn't know better, I would be like, oh yeah, that's a monchichi. That's a monchichi. But we do know better. But I really like this fake one. It was just 15 bucks. And definitely if I go to HK Market, or next time that I go to HK Market, I will definitely be picking up another one.
So one of the things that I hadn't noticed, but right now that I was wrapping up to kind of show you guys a comparison between him and a real like monchhichi, I noticed that a lot of his fur has fallen. And it's like all over the mat. I just had this mat laying around here. Oh, sorry, I think my hand was over the microphone. That's why I always do voiceovers because I have a terrible way of handling my phone and then. So yeah, a lot of the fur has fallen and it's like all over the ground. So he may start shedding. So just an FYI. So let me go ahead and get the other monchhichi for comparison. First, I do have this tiny monchhichi. Usually they do have the keychain versions of these that are about the same size. They have a little white ribbon on the top and then it has a little chain that you can add to your bag. But unfortunately this little guy doesn't. I just bought him as a mini monchhichi and he is super duper adorable. So I'll be comparing our fakie to him because they're about the same size or similar size. First off, we're gonna look at the quality of that tail. So this guy has a lovely tail. You can see some very mild stitching there that holds it in place, but it is fully sealed. Sorry, he got a little linty from being on the ground right now for the photo. And so his tail is also the same length as his tag. He does have his authenticity tag. His bib is nicely sewn in place so it does not fall. And in the top and the bottom of the bib, it is like detailed. Unlike our fakie baby, this guy has two rosy cheeks, so lots of blush in the cheekies and the ears. I didn't even notice if our fakie one had ears, so I'll have to go back and check that. And he does have his 5 speckles in his cheeks, both on the right and on the left, and just the 3 in the middle. His feet are also quite long as he's supposed to be an adult monchhichi, like adult as adult as these guys get, you know. Yeah, so his feet are quite large in comparison to our other guy, and his hands are pretty noticeable. He does have a little bit of beans inside, so he can sit and feel a little bit weighted. And his fur is super duper soft, but I think the other guys, because it is longer, it does feel softer. Okay, so we're back with him, and yes, he is definitely softer. I am not gonna lie about that. Again, when you see them side by side, you see more of the quality, like the lacking quality. But if you just had him as a charm, nobody would really know, you know, at least now from afar. This is supposed to be like a bebechi. I don't think I have any modern ones. I only have the vintage ones. I did buy a modern one, but I gave that as a gift. One of the things I couldn't see for this guy was his ears. And he does have 2 tiny little ears hidden in there, but very little blush. He does have blush in his face, but it's kind of hard to capture it. Editing porcelain here, I did notice that I do have a photo of the babichi. And if you look at the placement of the eyes and like the face sculpt, slightly different, but the eyebrows are there and so are the specs and so is the passy. But because I don't have the other one in hand, I wouldn't be able to compare the length of the tail or the quality of the sculpt of the hands, although they are very similar. So I'll go ahead and give it back to past porcelain. And like we saw earlier, he does have a not sculpted passing his hand. So this is a bit of a choking hazard and also a losing hazard if you're gonna hang him from your bag. But honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a chance. I don't mind if it kind of falls or gets lost. It's totally okay with me. He does have 2 little eyebrows as well. Let's peek at our eyebrows here. No eyebrows for this one, Chichi. Can't get any other but this just baby. Like you won't get them with tuft in the middle of the head or tuft on the sides of the head. So I would have loved to see a variation of like the girl version of it. But I really like him, and if you are by HK Market and you would actually like to snatch one of him or one of those very close copies of Labubus, it's not a bad idea. I actually might go back and pick up that little Labubu. But I really do like this one. She's very soft, and I am not afraid to put him in my purse because he was $15 and that was discounted. He used to be 18. Well, this guy was 25. And if you saw my previous video, oh my gosh, you got hair from the other guy. If you saw my previous video in Little Tokyo, the colors ones with the thingies on top are $39. So if 15 is all you can kind of handle at this moment, this is not a bad entry to it. But you can also look into vintage ones at local vintage shops near you because they usually have them at cheaper prices that you will find online. Also check your thrift stores because I have found a lot of my monchichis, even my most rare and expensive ones, at thrift stores. So with that, we'll go ahead and see you next time. Oh, I forgot to show you his little feet. Huh. So his little feet are pretty proportional to himself as well. But with that, we'll go ahead and
No,
see
no,
you
no.
next.
Don't go anywhere. I forgot something. I do have a monchichi keychain.
And you know what I forgot? I forgot that I have a true monchichi keychain. So I also picked her up from Japan LA as I did for my yellow monchichi. She does have her authenticity one. And just like the other monchichi, she does have a kind of like a cheaper looking bib with less detail because she is a lot smaller. Her ribbon in the back is very, very thin. It is also sewed in place, so she does have still a lot of detailing. And she has a little ribbon that matches the color of her fur to keep her in place. She's a little bit more proportional, a little bit more stiff. No beans to her, but she is all fluff but pretty firm. Her tail, it is stitched. You can see the stitches there. And again, she has that authenticity tag that's like longer than her tail this time. And she does have blush in her ears and her cheeks. But one of the things I noticed is that in her cheeks, she only has 4 little speckles and 3 on the top. And this girlie actually has blue eyes, kind of like the vintage monchichis. But she is authentic, we know that for a fact, but she doesn't have the right amount of speckles. And when you, that was his little passy falling. So it's not gonna last if you keep him in the bag. This is a size comparison. So I feel like they cut a lot of corners when it came to details with him that they cut in the original monchichis when they're much smaller, while when they're about yay big or yay size, they're able to keep them with original monchichis.
And with that, we're gonna wrap it up. So thanks again for watching and sorry for being all over the place this video. See you next time.